Hi, this is Stephanie, and you are watching Stephanie Over 60 Makeup and Opinion All Unfiltered. Today is a fall look now that we are done with daylight savings time, and it's definitely cozy weather. Also, if you have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so, and maybe a thumbs up. And if you subscribe to me, all of your wildest dreams will come true. Okay, well, probably not, but you never know, maybe for me. Ha! Anyway, thanks for showing up and enjoy the video. So my main goal today is going to be a fall look for lips, eyes, and cheeks. So probably for quite a bit of this video, I am going to be just doing some basic things that I normally do just to prep my face to get ready for the color. So I'll probably just fast forward through a lot of that and get to the main thing. Alrighty, I'm going to start with my warming the face, my face base. I'm going to use some NARS Creme bronzer. This is in the shade Laguna 02. Full disclosure, I forget how concentrated this product is. And I think I might have gotten a little bit too much. Looking forward to covering up those raccoon eyes. So I've become a little obsessed with these e.l.f. tints. This is the shade Cherry Cola, and I like to use these on my lips because I can control how much color actually goes on my lips, whether I want it just light or deeper. I typically don't like a very bold lip, so I have the other shade in Plums Up. So I just apply to the shade that I'm happy with or comfortable with. This is perfect for me right now. I like these things. They don't come off. I put them on my cheeks as well, and they do give you a little hint of color, but nothing very significant. My favorite thing to do with those is mostly the lips. So when I picked this up, I also picked up another lip pencil. This is NYX Nude Beige. After I apply the lip stain, then I apply the lip pencil to give it a little bit of definition. Also, I'm doing some voiceover because of the background noise and it's a little bit distracting. This is very subtle, but I like to use a pencil because it gives the lip a little more definition, and you can also kind of fake more fullness. And I go about 3/4 down. I don't want to go to the very bottom of my lip because, you know, of the whole gravity thing. All right, so then my last step in this little lip routine is Revlon Super Lustrous Sparkling Quartz. This is just a clear gloss with a little bit of sparkle, and I like to put it right over the top, and it adds moisture and some, you know, beautiful shine. So I think that this particular combination is great for any time of the year, but particularly right now for the fall. I'm very happy with this combination. All right, so next I'm going to apply my base foundation. Today I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. This is in just the shade medium. This is one of my all-time favorite foundations. If I had to choose any foundation in the entire world, if I had to make a choice, if my life depended on it, it would probably be this, because it's color correcting, it's full coverage, it has 50 SPF, and it's just absolutely beautiful. We'll start with this, and I'll make it real speedy. I use the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush to apply my CC cream. I'm going to use this IT Cosmetics paddle brush and just go around my face. Trying to be a little less liberal with foundation on my old lady face. Okay, next up, I'm gonna do some color correction and some concealer, as well as some contour. Gonna speed it up really quickly, and I'll see you in just a second. For powder, I will use this lavender powder from my Stila palette. This goes well over contour. I'm gonna add some concealer under my eyes now that I have color corrected them. I'm actually gonna go in with the brightening concealer, I think. I hardly ever use it. I should use it more though. This is a Real Techniques medium shadow brush, but I like the fluffy shape and the way that this is. It's soft and fluffy, but still firm enough to get underneath here and just move the product around a little bit and still be really gentle. Gonna go in with my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores translucent pressed setting powder for the remainder of my face. Great, now it's time for the eye makeup, which is my favorite thing. Today I am going to start with this KAB Cosmetics. This is from an independent cosmetics creator. You can get, I think you can find this on Amazon. Actually, someone gifted this to me. This has to be one of the most stable eyeshadow palettes I've ever used. There's hardly any fallout. The formulas go on really easy and smoothly. You don't have to struggle or toil to get the color to lay down. So I'm going to start with this. I may move on to another palette for a little bit of an accent, but I'm going to start with this one. I do have the e.l.f. Lock It Down eye primer on that I prepped my eyes before I came on camera. The first thing I'm going to do, because I find this to be just beautiful, it's not necessarily necessary, but I love this. This is L'Oreal Baked Original Highlighter in French Vanilla. It has a formula about it it's a powder, but it's super, it's magnifique. It does crazy, amazing, miraculous things. Is that an exaggeration? I don't think so. So I'm going to use this as a base just because it's so dang pretty, as you can see. This is a BS Small eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to finish applying that with this brush. I would wear this with just some mascara, maybe a little eyeliner if I were just doing something simple. Probably don't need to use this much because it's going to get covered up, but it's just so pretty I can't stop using it. You know what? I'm going to do a little bit of this too. Why not? It's so subtle you can barely see it, but it just gives a little something extra, just a little something. I don't think I've ever used it on my cheeks. I've kind of gotten off track here, haven't I? So I'm not going to go for a very dramatic eye, but it's not going to be understated either. I'm going to go in with this shade here called Sand. I'm going to use this Urban Decay dual end eyeshadow brush, using the bigger fluffy end to start, and go through my usual routine of starting above my crease to lift my eye a little bit. Oh, there it goes. It's already working its wonders. I love it. I love it when I can find an eyeshadow that performs this well. It's such a time saver, and it's so much more enjoyable than having to struggle with application. And this palette is so good, you guys. It's so good. My other favorite brand of eyeshadow is Urban Decay, although I will say that e.l.f. does put out a pretty darn decent nude palette that works well, and you don't have to work too hard with it either. But this one is just exceptional, as you can see. And when it's this beautiful and it's so easy, and it actually makes it fun, it's like I keep going. I probably should stop by now, but I enjoy it. So I don't want to stop applying it. That's, I'm impressed. Even the shimmers in this palette don't scare me because they don't end up all over your face, which is rare. Very rare that I trust a shimmer on anybody's palette. Okay, I'll just move in just a little bit more here. Okay, oh my goodness. So for my movable lid, okay, I'm just gonna try something. I'm not sure if it's where I'm actually going to land, but I'm gonna go in with Georgia Peach. And this time I'm actually going to use this medium shadow brush from Real Techniques for eyeshadow instead of concealer, but let's see how this applies. Is it normal to get this excited about stumbling across something beautiful like this? I mean, you know, it's just makeup, but I just get so, I get so emotional. I hadn't planned what exact shades I was going to use until I started to record. So when I have an idea and it works out, oh my gosh, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a great video. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do, and this is risky. I'm going to go in here with burnt orange, and I'm going to give it a little bit more because I could walk away like this, but I want to give it just a little bit more drama. Not a lot. Like I barely tapped my brush in it. I don't think that was a mistake. Oh, this palette is so amazing. I would use it more, but you know, I don't want to continue to use the same products with every video that I do. I try to, you know, switch it up a little bit, but that's pretty amazing. All right, I'm gonna leave that just like that. Now I'm gonna go into my actual crease with a deeper color. I'm gonna go in here with, this is called Terracotta, and it's along the same color. It's along the same color story, I suppose. I'm not sure I'm gonna love it in the crease, but I wanna try this before I go to the next shade that's not a shimmer, but it's a lot darker. So I just wanna see what this is gonna look like. And I'm using a Farmasi crease brush right now. So let's just see what happens. It might not be the best. I think it might be a little bit too burnt orange, which is kind of getting away from what I want. But also the biggest thing I'm finding is that it doesn't necessarily go well with my transition shade up above. So it's not my favorite, okay? I'm gonna sort of blend that out a little bit, but I'm going to fix it. I'm gonna go in with this shade here called Cocoa. Even though it's darker and more dramatic, I'll just be careful. Try to cause that to be a little bit more of a shade match if I can. Not sure what I think about that. I'm gonna have to probably really go in a lot deeper and then just blend it out. It comes out a lot more dramatic than I was planning, but I think I can fix it. I'm gonna take this clean BS Small eyeshadow brush and I'm gonna blend a little bit first. Try to blend it out before I go in and fix the color. Try to remove some of the excess there. That would be a perfect crease color if I intended to go for something that dramatic, but I wasn't intending to do that. So That's okay. I think I can still salvage it, okay? So unevenness here. Gonna go back in with some of this Georgia Peach on my lid, brighten it up a little bit, and I'm gonna kind of go way up a little higher just to tone that down. I don't think it looks terrible. It's just not what my goal was. It wasn't what I was envisioning. The good news is that I do not have product falling all over my face, which is awesome. I'm trying to keep my application square in the camera so that it's not off kilter when I do my editing. I hate it when I do that. Okay. I think that helped a lot. I'm gonna go back in with the sand here and just sort of reapply what got a little bit muddied up by that darker shade, cocoa. See if I can fix that. This is the shade Naked. This is the least pigmented of all the shades. I'm gonna use the shade Naked to go in and sort of add some light to the corner and right under my lid. I find that sometimes because my eyebrows they're like I'm missing so much of my eyebrow, that when I apply eyeshadow, when it exceeds where my eyebrow stops, it just looks kind of weird and doesn't look right. So I have to go in and fix that sometimes. Time to blend again. I really wish I had not have gone in with that terracotta, and I really wish I had not gone in with that cocoa, because I feel like I was starting out with a really clean, medium drama eye look. And even though it doesn't look terrible, just having to do a little bit more correction than I wanted to. Okay. In spite of a few little mess ups, I think that's still a pretty nice looking fall color. Now I'm gonna go in with some eyeliner. Okay, this is a Bare Essential full edge liner. I don't know if you can even get this anymore, but it's amazing. Now, here is where this shade Cocoa, is actually going to come in very handy. I'm going to use this for my eyeliner, and I'll speed through it. Then I take the edge of the brush and I try to just sort of press it in the corner so that it doesn't look like a hard stop, and it gives it a little bit of, gives it just a little bit more drama, not too much. depending on what you're going for. This probably isn't the best brush to do this with, but this is what I'm using today. And my skill level is still developing. So what ends up happening is inevitably this side will get more and it will be uneven and I'll have to clean it up a little bit, but that's okay. We're all learning together, right? Unless you're an amazing makeup artist, and if you are, oh, I wish I were you. To clean it up, I will just take this nice little smudger brush here and blend it all together. This is a Real Technique smudging brush. I like it. It has a soft brush on it, but it's powerful enough to do what I need it to do without messing everything up. So very quickly, just to clean up anything that's, you know, just kind of messy or out of place, I will take this e.l.f. Flawless Flawless Brightening Concealer, and I'll just put a little bit there, a little bit there. Not only that, but it lifts your eye a little bit. Then I'll take a damp sponge and go in, fix it. The nice thing about makeup is that it's just makeup. It washes off and it's just supposed to be fun anyway, right? Okay, so this is the L'Oreal Telescopic. This is not one of my favorite mascaras, but I did pay for this at a grocery store in their makeup aisle. So I paid more for it than I should have, and I feel like I should use it. So I'm gonna make the best of it. It has a really skinny wand. For some reason, with me and this particular mascara, it clumps. It just doesn't do a very good job separating the lashes, but I do get some pretty good lift from it. And I know that this is a popular mascara, so maybe it's just me, but I'm gonna speed through this. I've had to powder under my eyes more often lately than usual, mid-makeup for some reason, and I highly suspect it's a new under eye primer that I've been using that feels really good under my eyes, but I think it might be the culprit. It's this e.l.f. Cooling Primer. I'm suspicious. I'm going to stop using it and see if it helps next time. Okay, now it's time for blush. I chose this e.l.f. Coral Crush because it has a nice orangey peach, which I feel has a really nice fall theme. I could probably apply this by itself and it would be sufficient, but no, I have to mix. So I'm going to mix it up with the e.l.f. Bronze Bombshell. I'm going to use mostly the Coral Crush and just give it a touch of the bronze and see how this turns out. We're in voiceover mode again. Lots of busy noise in the background. So I applied the Coral Crush and added a few dots of the bronze and I mixed it up, and I gotta tell you, I thought this was hot. Like, I really liked it. So I placed it on my face with my fingers to start, and then I just picked up a really super dense face brush, and it didn't do very well pushing the product around. So then I got a flathead BS Mall face brush. It's a lot more soft, so I was able to move the product a little bit better, well, a lot better, around my face, and I could see that it's an extremely warm, very warm shade of blush, and it looks like a super lot right now, and it's going to get worse here in a minute, but don't worry, I'll fix it. I was just playing with it and seeing what it was doing and how far I could push it because, you know, I'm kind of a blush girl. So I placed it pretty much everywhere as I usually do. And then when I realized, okay, time to back up a little bit, I picked up a damp sponge and soaked it up a little bit to try to clean it up so it wasn't quite so neon, and had pretty good luck with that. But then I used a clean brush to pick up the the excess, and made it a lot more acceptable, which you will see here in just a moment. So the brush did a really good job evening it out, even though, you know, I still have a lot of blush on. I just really, really liked the hue. I did decide that I needed a little bit of powder. I was pretty glowy. The CC cream that I had on was very nourishing and glowy. The e.l.f. Camo liquid blushes are very glowy. So I decided, you know, go ahead and just powder the face. And then I decided to add just a little more color to my lips to cap it all off for the final look. Girls, I love the way this look turned out. I'm very happy with it. I like it a lot. I'm going to see if I can do this again someday. Probably not on camera, but I do like it a lot. Really appreciate you stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're so inclined, and I will see you next time.